Gerald and Krystianer, they are the next generation of Protoss in Poland. And they're facing off once again in the rematch and spawning in the top right-hand corner in the grand finals of the Logic Games #1. We have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have another Polish Protoss player, the blue Polish Protoss. He has been lying in wait. He is leading the series 1-0 in this grand finals, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. Let's go. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to this final PvP. Who has the best PvP in Europe? Or at least in this tournament. We've had a lot of Protoss players rise, and a lot of them fall. And now we are down to 2 players remaining here. Gerald and Krystianer. We've seen them face off many times. We cast a lot of regional Polish events here on the Cranky Ducklings, and Gerald and Krystianer, they do face off quite frequently. They're very familiar with each other. That's the thing. They're very familiar. Metagaming can come into play. As both players, they know their tendencies, they know what they like. There was a period, there was a time period, like a solid month of play where Gerald was going for nothing but proxy Stargate play. I'm sure he's going to be pivoting away from that. Oh, my apologies. As we are mining through the central mineral patches, Gerald. Okay, we're coming back. No, we're not. We're helping on over to the other side. We're going for a proxy pylon, a hidden proxy pylon. Okay, I got excited for a moment. I was like, yo, are we mining these mineral patches? Are we going for a proxy Stargate? Are we doing it? It's very common here on Alkione, but no, it's a fake proxy pylon. It is designed to force an overreaction. It is secret, it is safe, and Krystianer doesn't know what's in Gerald's pocket. Doesn't know? Here we go. We do see Krystianer, he confirms that the second pylon is missing. Does confirm that this is the third pylon, but the second one is nowhere to be found. Krystianer going to be opening up double adept into a Stargate on one base. Meanwhile, Gerald's opening up double stalker. Okay, so this is not a one base all in, but this is a very aggressive build from Krystianer. He's going to be harassing here with his adepts. He's going to be harassing with his oracles. Going to be looking for economic damage as he has a third and fourth adept on the way. Meanwhile, Gerald's focusing on stalker production. His goal, to hunt down, to intercept these adepts, and to shut them down. The adepts, they shade over towards the left-hand side. They do not take the direct route. Meanwhile, Gerald, he will move forward. He does get eyes. He doesn't. He barely does miss the adepts. Doesn't see them. And Krystianer has successfully eluded Gerald. As he's shading in, Gerald, is he quick to respond? He misses! No shot late here to throw down the pylon. The wall off was just 1 second too late. Probes are going down. This is devastating. This should not have happened. 5 probes go down. Can we get a 6th? We can. Can we get a 7th? We cannot, but 6 probes, that's a big blow here to the economy already for Gerald. And this opener has paid for itself, and we're not done. We're nowhere close. As we are moving out with the Oracle. Likewise, Krystianer, he confirms the lack of expansion. And Gerald is moving out on one base. He has 2 gateways. He's going for a blink-based follow-up. Oh boy. Krystianer taking it very seriously. Shield batteries are on the way. He's ready for the counterattack because he knows how far ahead he is. Shield batteries on the way, but the Oracle might get here first. It's going to be close. It looks like it will finish up in time. Oracle late to get into the main. And Krystianer, he believes it's an all-in. He has a robo on the way and a 3rd gateway. I mean, he is set up to defend against an all-in. He's also set up to attack and pull off an all-in. We're going for the gold. I was waiting for a 3rd gateway. I was feeling really weird. It was like, hold up. There is no 3rd gateway. What is Gerald doing? What is his plan? His plan is to take the gold. A good way to catch up. A good way to catch up in this game. But a very vulnerable position here for Gerald. So far, unscouted. It has gone by unscouted. We can see Krystianer dive into the main base with his 2 oracles. He can one-shot probes. Shield battery doesn't matter. He can ignore it. He gets 3, 4, 5 probe kills. Does rotate around. The depths, they get into the main, and he confirms still no expansion. Something is wrong. He should realize that this just doesn't add up. The math doesn't make sense. Either you have to have more gateways or you have to have a ninja base. That has to be the answer here. And do we check the gold? He's checking the third base location, comes across a probe. And will he check the gold base? As he does rotate around. Behind this, he's building up Immortals, building up Stalkers.
I return to serve.
Gold base is now finishing up. Gerald, he is on 3 gateways. As we rotate back in, we go for another round of kills. We get 5 more probes. Not like this. Krystianer, he does have the economic lead. We can see Gerald getting in position. The Oracle coming back in, still confirming the lack of anything else in the main base. Blink is done. Krystianer, I'm sure he can piece it together. I'm sure he's aware of the expansion. Checks his Onaga. I think he saw the probe. Yeah, he's scouting with the probe. And he will confirm. Big scout here from Krystianer. He gets eyes on the gold base. Now realizes what's been going on. And we are ready for a 1-base all-in. Prism is on the way. Krystianer, his goal here is to punish this gold. Punish the ninja base. And can Gerald survive? Can he protect it? Look at the army. Gerald has double the Stalker count. He's got double the Stalkers. He has Blink as well. He can out-micro his opponents. Meanwhile, Krystianer, he has a lead in Immortals. And here we go. The armies, they do engage. Oh, Gerald is on the run. Does avoid the fight. Forced to Blink onto the other side of the wall. At the same time, Oracles, they threaten the gold base. Shield battery is done. Overcharge is available. A big moment there for Gerald. Stalkers, they do engage. Krystianer in an awkward position. Oracle gets focused down. We're getting into a full surround. And we have the overcharge. We dive on the army. The Prism and the Oracles go down. And Gerald, he gets a full surround. Can he clean this up? It looks like he can. Focuses down every single Immortal. Pulls the boys as well. Krystianer in a very awkward position. But Zealot reinforcements have arrived. And can we pull this off? Can Krystianer still punish this? I'm not so sure he can. He's barely breaking through. Krystianer's reinforcements are getting here a little bit too late. He's forced back. Forced back once again, bleeding out another Stalker. Yeah, the Immortal has arrived. With the arrival of this Immortal, it may just be too much. Overcharge is on cooldown. Shield battery is out of energy. Krystianer, he doesn't want to get surrounded. Not again. He's being wary, being careful. Yeah, he stutter steps forward. Focuses down the Stalkers. He will lose the Immortal though. Will lose that Immortal. Looking at the units tab here. Krystianer still with the Stalker lead. But his reinforcements are so delayed. They take so long. Here we go. The Prism has arrived. We can go for a warp in the face of Gerald. That's the second overcharge of the fight, of the game. But it's already running out. Yeah, and you can see an overwhelming Stalker count here. Krystianer, he just has too much. The gold base, it's not paying off. We deny mining at the gold. The boys are being pulled. The number is just in favor of Krystianer. He has Blink, essentially. The juggling. The juggling with the Prism. He essentially has Blink with his entire army. And he's snowballing out of control. And Gerald, he just cannot do anything. He cannot engage. Loses 10 probes. He's down in economy, down in workers. And it looks like Gerald, he's trying to catch reinforcements. Going for a counterattack. But he will lose this Nexus, and we can always recall back home. And what do we have to work with here? Shield batteries, pylons, Immortals. Do we recall or do we go for the base trade? We recall. We're recalling back home. Stalkers are doing what they can. They get a couple of probe kills. Not bad. They even up the probe count. And you can see here, we can just out-control Krystianer with that Blink. And we're in a weird position because if Krystianer pushes out, we could just go for another base trade. And Gerald, he will be the first to go for the base trade as well. He will be faster. Is forced to Blink. And now we're pushing. Krystianer back at home, throwing down additional pylons. He's supply blocked. Uh-oh. Big supply block from Krystianer. And Gerald, he's going for the base trade. It's his only chance. Sorry, Gerald is going for the base trade. It's his only chance. Blinking into the main. Likewise, Krystianer also committing. Gerald, he does escape with a probe. Big moment here. Probe does escape. We're busting into the main. Recall for Krystianer's on cooldown. Krystianer, he's in a bit of trouble, actually. Like, yes, he will win this fight. He will take control of the main. But Gerald, he can throw down a building across the map. He has buildings everywhere. Uh-oh. We're going for a base trade, and Gerald, he has a good chance. Stalker's going to be going down. Gerald bypassing the main army. Good force field out of Krystianer. And again, he does not have a recall. Probes are falling left and right. And Gerald, he still has that probe out there, but he's out of money. No shot. He can't afford a pylon. He can't afford the pylon, but it looks like Krystianer, he's actually coming back home. What's he coming back to, though? What is he coming back to? That's the question. Gerald, he's still mining, which means he will make enough money to make a pylon. Overcharges pop. The Nexus goes down. Krystianer, he's out of buildings. No shot. Oh, sorry, he's out of probes. He's out of a Nexus. He's running out of buildings. He's racing back home. Gerald, he's pulling this off. Despite having a worse army. No shot. He's doing it. He's focusing on every single building. And Krystianer, he's going to be stuck at home. And he didn't kill the Nexus. Gerald, he recalls. And what can Krystianer do here? Do we commit to another base trade? I guess? What? Gerald can do the same thing. He just do it over again. And he still has an economy. He can still warp in units. Krystianer cannot. This is still so close. Good micro there out of Krystianer. Gerald being forced back once again. Shield batteries on the way. We're going to have an overcharge in the main. Again, good juggling here from Krystianer. But pushing up a ramp. I don't know if he can pull it off. Yeah, Stalkers are going down. The Concave is brutal here. And Gerald, he's taking the fight. Is coming out on top. Clutch micro out of Krystianer. The Immortal getting very low. Oh, everything getting low. We blink on forward. Oh my god, the Immortal was barely saved. Krystianer, he does force his way into the main. This is still so close. But we have shield batteries. We have an overcharge. I believe Gerald should have this. He should be able to defend. There it is. The overcharge is popped. We dive on top of the army. Good juggling out of Krystianer, but he loses everything. Now it's Stalker v Stalker. And Gerald has done it. GG gets called. We tie up the series 1-1. GG. Oh my god. Again, Gerald using his mobility to his advantage there. Just avoided the fight for so long. Went for the base trade twice, by the way. And Krystianer just could not defend. Could not deal with that situation with such an immobile army. GG. We're tied up 1-1. Let's go. We're going to game 3. A clutch comeback there from Gerald. Very well done. Oh my god. Let's go. I can see the chat catching up. But that was a very intense game, and Gerald, he put his all into that. Again, he was fighting so hard, fighting uphill, despite the advantages of Krystianer. Krystianer, again, in a head-to-head fight, he was looking dominant. He was in control of that game for so long, shutting down the economy, shutting down the goal base, getting ahead in Immortals. Honestly, it's on Krystianer. At a certain point, once he initially recalled back home, he should have stayed back home. It doesn't feel good, but at that point, you can't move out. Otherwise, another base trade, right? Otherwise, once again, we get another backstab, and you can't win a base trade here, not against that amount of Blink Stalkers. It's not going to happen. GG, well played. We have a series. We have a series on our hands. Could still go either way. Let's go. As it looks like our players, they need a moment. They need a moment here for themselves. I don't blame them. Specifically, Gerald, he needs a moment to breathe. We're calming things down as we get ready for game 3. What a game. Crazy, Bobby. Crazy. And there it is. Our players are ready. Gerald, he took a moment to breathe, to stretch. Hydrated his Hydras. He tucked in his Tempest. And now we're getting into game number 3. Technically game 2, but you get what I mean. We are here to determine who takes the lead in the series. Who takes the lead? Who gets ahead? Who's it going to be? So we're loading in to Oceanborn. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our Polish Protoss player fighting back so hard in that last game, tying up the series 1-1. Representing Storm Gaming, it is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Polish Protoss player representing Team Blazer being forced into a tied series. Can he regain control of this series? Can he redeem himself? It is Krystianer. Gerald taking his first game against Krystianer all tournament. Remember, earlier, Krystianer 2-0'd Gerald. It was a 2-0 in Krystianer's favor. But already, the grand finals have taken a turn. They've taken a turn for the better for Gerald. Does prove to us all that something that we already knew, but maybe if you're tuning in for the first time, maybe if you're unfamiliar with these players, you wouldn't know. But Gerald, he can take it to Krystianer. They are both very close in skill. They're both very comparable. It's hard to pick favorites. It's hard to say who is favored here. In general, I typically say that Gerald is the better, well-rounded player. But your PvZ and your PvT, they don't matter. They don't matter here. Not anymore. It's all about the PvP. The Protoss on Protoss. The Polish on Polish action. Let's go. As probe scouts are coming out, we're going to be scouting each other. It's going to be a 2-gate opener from both players. Standard game so far. And it looks like we're not going for proxy pylons. Based on our probe movements, yeah, there's no proxy being set up. Second pylon thrown down here for Gerald. Second pylon thrown down for Krystianer. No one is faking a proxy pylon either. Straight up play so far. It will be a standard game for the time being. And we have our opener of choice here. It's going to be double Adept from Krystianer. Going to be double Stalker from Gerald. It's game 1 all over again. Very similar setup from game 1. In game 1, if you remember, Krystianer, he opened up double Adept into a Stargate, into Oracle Harass before expanding. This time, though, it looks like Krystianer, he wants to take a faster expansion. The pylon has been thrown down. Gerald, he's the one to spice it up. Instead, Gerald is going to be the aggressor, going for the Stargate. Stargate open out of Gerald. Krystianer following up with more Stalkers. Gerald, he delays his Stalker production in favor of that Stargate instead. And Krystianer's in the dark. Krystianer, he doesn't see, he doesn't know. Krystianer's going to be opening up economically. Gerald's going to be the aggressor. Let's go. So it's going to be a role reversal from the previous game. The roles, they have been reversed. Adept's going to be recalling back home. They don't get across the map. Krystianer setting up for a robo. Ooh, setting up for a defensive build. So basically what just happened, Krystianer, he doesn't see the main, and he sees that there is no expansion. So he's reacting in the sense that he believes it's going to be a one-base all-in. This will be for immortal production. Do have a shield battery on the way. Sorry, shield battery on the way in the natural, not in the main. So because they rock up, they focus down the Adepts. One of them does go down. Krystianer shading across the map, and big scout here for the blue Protoss. He does confirm the expansion, does confirm it is not a one-base all-in. So what could it be? What could it be here is Krystianer, he will come out ahead in this little skirmish. Does focus down that Stalker. Or does he get a kill? Almost. But he's getting dragged out of position, and here comes the Oracle. Do we have anything to defend back at home? We do not. No Stalkers, no shield battery. Gerald, he's going to go ham in the main base. Probes are going down. Ay, ay, ay. Krystianer deceived, caught completely off guard. He was getting ready for a one-base all-in, not for Oracle Harass, and 4 probes go down. At the same time, Krystianer committing to his counterattack. Good force field. He shuts down the army, cuts it up, slices it up here. 1, 2 Stalkers go down. Big trades here for Krystianer. But he doesn't have enough. With the defensive advantage, Gerald, he does reinforce, he does warp in. Shield battery's almost done. And Gerald holds. It was a good trade for Krystianer, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned because Gerald isn't done. Gets one more probe in the main, and he's making another Oracle. There it is. Second Oracle moving out across the map. Krystianer, he struggled so much against 1. What about 2? I mean, this time, though, he's better prepared. We have 2 Stalkers at the natural. We have 2 Stalkers in the main. There is no Blink, unfortunately. If we had Blink, then it'd be another story, as we get another 2 probes in the main base. Gerald going for the natural. Getting another worker. Getting another 2. 4 probes in total. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. And Krystianer is stuck at home. He's stuck at home, stuck licking his wounds. Gerald has taken an economic lead. And likewise, Gerald, he's ahead in the tech as well. The only, like, again, Blink is already on the way. The only thing in the way, the only thing going the way for Krystianer is Immortals. He has 1 Immortal, but that's all he really has. There we go. Second Immortal is on the way, so he will maintain his Immortal lead. That will make up for the fact that he has a Stalker deficit. So he will have a comparable army, but the economy is what I'm worried about. Geralt has map control. What happens with map control? You take a 3rd base. You just take another expansion. Geralt getting further and further ahead. Krystianer, he can set up for a 2-base all-in. And that's what it is. What is that? 3 gateways on the way. 5 gates in total. No expansion. No 3rd. Krystianer should have one by now, and he doesn't. Hallucination Scout confirms the 3rd base of Geralt. So Krystianer, he knows he's further behind. And he has to commit. There it is. Did I say a 5-gate 2-base all-in? We're going up to 7 gateways. Let's go. We could even go up to 8 gates. No gases are being taken at the natural. It's going to be charged. We're going to be reinforcing with charge lots. We have Immortals as the backbone of the army. Straight up 2-base all-in at a Krystianer, and Geralt, he has to realize what's going on. He checks the 3rd location, confirms there is nothing here, and that is the big tell. The Immortals have been revealed, sentries as well. They do not catch the Stalkers. A little bit trigger happy there by Krystianer, and all we need back at home: Immortal production, Robo, Zealot, shield batteries. Stasis traps are being thrown down. We have 1 shield battery here at the 3rd. We have 2 shield batteries at the natural. We have an overcharge as well. And Geralt, his goal here is to slow down the army, pick away at it, pick off Stalkers, Oracles, whatever he can. Oracle sentries even. Oh. The Prism, oh my god, barely does survive. Geralt, that was almost a massive pick-off. Does lose a Stalker. Does bleed out a couple of units. Glaives are on the way for Geralt. Oracle is shut down. We do get the revelation. Once again, Geralt just rotating around, just slowing down the push. And we are just warping in as much as we can back at home. We do go for the recall. Recalling the Oracle. Stalkers are racing back as well. We do have a setup for us around. The stasis! He spots it. Keen eyes out at Krystianer. He does spot the stasis. The Stalkers, they come in from behind. They collapse on the Prism, but they do not get it. Overcharge is popped. Good force fields. Yeah, Zealots go down. So far, good defense here by Geralt. But Krystianer, he still has a massive Immortal army. He's coming with the Zealots. He does dive in, collapses on the position. Stasis Trap goes off, catching some of those Zealots as well. And Geralt, he's holding, he's defending, he's shutting this down. Goes for the Immortals. Gets 1. He's going for the others, and he will get a 2nd Immortal. Dives on the Prism, gets a 3rd Immortal as well. GG gets called, and Geralt will take a 2-1 lead in this series. 1 game away from becoming our champion. GG. Very nicely done here. Krystianer misreading what Geralt was doing. Remember, winding it back. Krystianer, he saw the lack of expansion, and he responded with a Robo. He responded without a shield battery in the main base. He was convinced it was a one base all in, and it was anything but. It was a delayed economy from Gerald, that is true, but it was just a Stargate opener. Open up with oracles, and the oracles, they wreaked havoc. They did so much damage across the map, and Krystianer was eventually forced all in because he was losing far too many workers. Again, just misreading the situation, misinterpreting what Gerald was doing, and paying a massive price for it. And with that, Gerald, he is one game away from winning it all here, doing so well in the grand finals despite struggling earlier on in the upper semis or in the upper bracket finals. So really good comeback here so far by Gerald. But is it going to be enough? Can he go the distance? Can he go all the way? Or will we force an ace match? Krystianer, he has yet to win a game here in these finals. Now is the time. Now is the time to bounce back and to force the final game to make it all the way to game 5. It's what we want, but is it what we're going to get? Again, ideally, we'd all want this to go the distance, but the pressure is now on Krystianer. Here we go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Hard Lead, we have our red Polish Protoss player representing... Oh, it's okay. It's okay, but representing Storm Gaming, it is Gerald. We might not have WCS Game Hard, but even if we do, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, no! Never mind. As we are going to be remaking... Oh, much love. Much love. Less than 3. Less than 3. As we are going to be remaking the game, it looks like it was made without... Oh, it was made with the balance test... That's not ideal. It was made with the balance test mod, but... Here we go. We're getting into our next game. And we're going to be remaking here, this time with WCS Game Hearts, this time not with the balance test mod. That was a bit of a mistake that was made. I didn't even notice. I was hyper-fixated on the story that was being woven here. We have been weaving together. Again, there can be only one Protoss in Poland. Who's it going to be? Who gets kicked out? Let's go. Again, this next game, this next map is... the shortest rush distance map in the map. Well, if you wanted to be aggressive, if you wanted to be assertive, this is the map to do it on. And here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Hard Lead. We have our red Protoss player from the land of Poland, leading the series 2-1. One game away from becoming our first Logic Games champion. Representing Storm Gaming, it is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the other Polish player. We have the blue Protoss from the land of Poland, representing Team Blazer. He has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. It is Krystianer. Here we go. This could be it. We are on match point. This could be the final game of the series. The pressure is now on Krystianer to make sure that that is not the reality that we live in. Can we bounce back here and now? I hope so. As a caster, I would love to see a game 5. But my stomach says no. My stomach is like, I'm starving. I would love some food, but here we go. I want StarCraft more. As the probe is moving out. Behind this, we do have our 2-gate opener from Gerald. Going to be 2-gate opener into our Cybercore. Likewise, 2-gate opener from Krystianer. The question becomes, what units do we start with? How do we begin? How do we get into this PvP? Second pylons have been thrown down. No proxy. No proxy, no one base all in. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, El Paquito in the chat. Let's go. Bienvenidos, fellow Protoss players unite. I mean, I'm not a Protoss, but yeah, you know, enjoyed the tournament. It's been a lot of good fun, but a very dynamic event. Again, PvP can always be amazing, like we have seen today. Very little like standard macro games. It's been all about like hyper aggression, being in your face as much as possible. Cheese, proxies, 1 base all-ins, 2 base all-ins. Aggression all around. We have yet to see like a passive game in these PvPs, despite how many we've casted, and I hope that continues to be the case. Meanwhile, double adept from Gerald. What? I mean, I say double adept. It was a double stalker opener into double adept. The adepts have been hidden from his opponent. Krystianer opening up very economically. Double stalker straight into a natural base. Economic opener out of Krystianer, going for a Twilight Council. Behind this, we have Gerald opening up with adepts into his own expansion. Okay. So we have essentially Krystianer being more economic, and we have Gerald being a little bit more aggressive, delaying his economy in favor of that aggression, and we'll see what he can get done as he does shade across the map. There is a bit of pressure on Gerald to make this worth his while. He has to get damage done with these adepts. We have our tech of choice. It's going to be a Twilight Council out of Gerald. Twilight Council follow-up towards Blink. This is the most standard game that we've seen so far. This is the most standard PvP that we've seen so far the entire tournament. I'll be honest. We're just expanding and we're just getting into Blink all around. Crazy. Crazy, Papi. Let's go. Stalker's moving out. They force back the Adepts. Depths have been revealed. We continue to threaten shades here towards the bases of Krystianer. As we do shade in, we commit to the shade. We're going for the probe kills. We get 1, we get 2. 2 probes. Do we get a 3rd? It looks like we will. 3 probes go down. Good damage done here by Gerald. He also gets a full scout. Checking his vision. I believe Gerald did see the Twilight Council. He saw it researching. He knows he's behind when it comes to Blink. How do we make up for it? Immortals. We throw down a robo. We throw down a 3rd gateway. This, I was not expecting. 3rd gateway on the way. Gerald, he could invest into a 4th gateway. This could be the setup for a 2-base all-in. My eyes are definitely on... There it is! 4th gateway gets thrown down. Big delay on the 3rd. Krystianer's going for his own 3rd, by the way. Uh-oh. So 2-base all-in from Gerald. Meanwhile, economic follow-up out of Krystianer. Krystianer is going to be in trouble. I did mention earlier, hard lead, shortest rushes this map in the map pool. Doesn't take long at all to get across the map, to reinforce, to be aggressive, to go all in. The map does favor Gerald. And can Krystianer overcome that? My apologies though, that is going to be a delayed 3rd. But again, we do see only 2 gateways for Krystianer. The Hallucination Scout will confirm that. Does confirm the lack of gateways, the lack of production. Does confirm the faster 3rd. Gerald should be pushing. He should be moving out with this. He should be making use of his gateways. Checking the vision of Krystianer. He hasn't seen the gateway explosion here. Does move out with his stalkers. But again, he should be running into an overwhelming force. For the time being, the stalker count is similar. That is true. But again, we have the production on our side. And then they shade in. They shade into the natural base. Probes going down. Gerald falling behind in the economy. After this observer, do we go for the prism? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the war prism. That would signify a push. As Gerald is moving out across the map. Does have a probe with his... Okay. Moving back with the probe was a bit of a mistake. 3rd base already up and running for Krystianer. Getting ahead. Getting further ahead in the economy. And again, I'm a little bit shocked. Gerald, he invested into these gateways. He delayed his 3rd base. But for what? For this push? I mean, he does have a concave. He's pushing in. Where's the shield battery? Uh-oh. Shield battery is not done. Not yet. But Krystianer, he does hold on again. There's no war prism with this. There's no reinforcements. Krystianer holds. And now, as a result, he's getting ahead. Like, he's on 57 probes. He has a massive economy. And Gerald, he's going for a forge. He's going for +1. He's backing off. He's not committing to any kind of aggression. The Robo, not really investing into anything. No prism, no immortals. Krystianer, he is looking to be in a very nice position. A Very good place here for Krystianer. He's getting into charge, gateway explosion, still no additional gases. Things are looking good for our blue Protoss. And we'll see if our red Protoss can recover. Oh boy. Here we go. Is moving out with the Stalkers. Both players are going for their own respective gateway explosions. +1 is on the way. +1 is almost done for Krystianer. The 4th base is denied. Krystianer being a little bit too greedy. A little bit too greedy there by Krystianer, taking a 4th on the right-hand side instead. Krystianer with a very macro outlook here. Gerald recalling back home, not aware of where the army is. Now, Krystianer doesn't have to push. Remember, he's got a worker lead. He's got a base lead. We don't have to attack here, but... Gerald, he just recalled. He's out of position. No shot. He's completely out of position. We dive on the 3rd base. Shield battery goes down. The Zealots, they get into the mineral line. They get into the economy. And Gerald, can he keep up here as he loses so many probes? He already had a worker deficit. Zealots, they come in to reinforce. And Krystianer, he has the upgrade lead. He's snowballing out of control. Working his way through those Stalkers. Does pull back. Does have to respect that Stalker count, as Gerald has a mass amount of Stalkers available. 27 to 14. Oh my god, Gerald, he can still take this. Takes down the Prism. Big snipe. With Krystianer, he's running out of Zealots. As he runs out of Zealots, he does have to respect this army. He's going to be bleeding out too much. Bleeding out too much, but here comes the reinforcements. A very tense moment here. As Gerald, he's up 10 Stalkers. But Krystianer, he has a more refined army, has a more efficient army. With those charge lots. +1 just now finishing up. Gerald, he does come across the 4th. But again, Gerald, he has no 4th of his own. Like, he's pretty all in. I know earlier I was expecting a 2-base all in at Gerald's, but this at this point is a 3-base all in. He's down 11 probes and no 4th base. Being hyper aggressive. But he can't take a fight, not head on. Yeah, bleeding out too many Stalkers. And Krystianer, he's looking more and more comfortable as time goes on. Gerald, again, he just doesn't scale well as the game goes on longer. Not with this army. He's stuck with +1, +2 is finishing up here for Krystianer. 4th base now on the way for Gerald. Oh my god, but it's so late. Yeah, as we dive on the army here. Krystianer punishing the army of Gerald. Punishing the positioning even. We click forward. Gerald's rotating around. Does rotate back around, backs off here. Krystianer, he's going to keep on pushing. He has a massive supply lead. He's maxing out here on Zealots, Stalkers, Immortals. Not quite maxing out, but again, just securing himself. Diving on top of the army. Peels off a couple of Zealots to head towards that mineral line. And he's just pulling Geralt apart. And again, this game, it was Geralt's turn to kind of misread the situation. Maybe he assumed that Krystianer himself was going all in. And did fall behind as a result. The armies are clashing. Zealots are running out. Oh, the Prism is so low. Prism does go down. But Krystianer still has an overwhelming army. When I say that, where the reinforcements are still on the way. There we go, the Zealots are soon to arrive. Once they do, Krystianer, he can turn around and fight. Does back off. Gerald, he's holding. Did lose a lot of probes, but he is holding on. 4th base is getting up and running. Krystianer, did we rebuild the Prism? We did. Prism has arrived. Yeah, we can keep pushing. Krystianer still looking solid right now. With +3 on the way. He will soon have a double upgrade lead. Which is insane. Has observers in case there are DTs. And collapsing on this 4th base. And this is all we had left. GG gets scored. Krystianer snowballs out of control, and he will tie up the series 2-2. We're going to the ace match. GG. We are going the distance here. We're going all the way to game 5. Again, Gerald, from my impression, it looked like he was setting up for a 2-base all-in. Clearly, he wasn't, because, I mean, clearly that wasn't his plan. It looks like if it wasn't a 2-base all-in, maybe Gerald was expecting aggression. Maybe he was expecting aggression from Krystianer. When it didn't come, he fell behind. That's basically what happened here. Is that Krystianer had invested into production, into an army that he wasn't able to use, and Krystianer snowballed out of control with his economy. Faster third base, better worker count, a higher worker count, into a fourth base behind it as well. With a better economy, led to better upgrades, led to a larger army, led to Krystianer snowballing out of control, and with that, we have a game 5. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to this next final game. What I will say, though, very quickly, big shout out to both Krystianer and Gerald. Clearly, they are a level above the rest. They had a really good showing so far, making their way towards the grand finals, and even going all the way to the ace match as well. Clearly, they are very well matched. They are very comparable in skill, and either one could be the champion. They are both definitely worthy of the title of a Logic Games Championship. Who's it going to be? Again, could go either way. Could be anyone. Krystianer and Gerald, they have both proven their worth. They've proven their mettle, but there can be only one. Who is feeling better on the day? Who was on top of their nerves? Who was not hungry? Who has eaten? And who is ready to win it all? We have our final game. It is on Hecate. It all ends here. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hecate, we have our Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Storm Gaming, being forced into the ace match. This is it. It all ends here. It all ends now. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Protoss player from the land of Poland, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. Let's go. Let us go. It all ends here. It all ends now between Krystianer and Gerald. And where will this take us? Where will we go? For the time being, it is going to be a 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener here on Hecate. Now, Hecate is a very large map. It's a very large map. We have seen proxies on this map before. We've seen them succeed, and we have seen them fail. They're very prone to proxies. Does anyone have the cojones there? Who is feeling confident enough to proxy in the ace match? That's the question. There are plenty of players that would. Players like Maru, players like Bjorn. There are plenty of pro players out there that are willing to throw caution to the wind and double down in the ace match. Very interesting movement from this probe. My eyes are on Gerald here as he is hiding his probe. He's hiding his pylon, but that is a fake proxy from Gerald. Krystianer comes in and he will confirm, hold up, where is the pylon? Where is the pylon? Where has it gone? What's going on? And does Krystianer overreact? That is what Gerald is hoping for. Gerald, he's hoping for an overreaction. He's banking on it. Behind this double adept opener out of Gerald. Krystianer opening up with double stalker. What are you gonna go eat after this series? I have no idea. I'm gonna eat some food. I'll tell you that much. The problem is that we have a cast in less than 12 hours. We have a cast in the morning, so I can't stay up too long. I will eat, don't get me wrong, but we'll have to go to bed soon thereafter and get ready for tomorrow's broadcast. Sparkling Tuna Cup is going to be tomorrow, again, in just under 12 hours, in 11, soon to be 10 hours time. We got you covered with some more StarCraft action coming at you in 10 hours. Let's go. In 10 hours time. Meanwhile, across the map. We're going for our expansions. We have not taken the bait. Krystianer, he hasn't scouted the pylon. He doesn't know, but he doesn't buy the fact that it is going to be a proxy. Goes for the expansion. We see, though, that he has been scouting. This probe here on the right-hand side, he has been scouring, searching for the proxy. Confirms that there is none, at least on the right-hand side. And he is getting ready back at home. Following up with the sentry, we have a safety shield battery in the main base. Likewise, Gerald also throwing down his own shield battery as well. He's going for Blink Stalkers. So is Krystianer. Krystianer is one step behind, though. Krystianer has a slightly faster expansion, but a later Twilight Council, as he did invest into additional Stalkers. And let's say back up. Gerald going for a Robo follow-up. Very safe play here out of Gerald. As the Lepse shade in, getting even more probes. Gerald, he has a pretty nice worker lead here. He has been making workers non-stop. He has been killing probes from his opponent. Gerald in a nice position. Shades in! No shot. He shades into the main base. Probes going down once again. We get 5 worker kills already. Sorry, 4 worker kills already. And we throw down another gateway. Oh my god. Gerald! Did I say a 3rd gate? We throw down a 4th gate. This, I know I said it last time, this should be a 2-base all-in from Gerald, but the Hallucination Scout comes in. And we get eyes on the expansion, and we get eyes on the Robo and the 3rd and 4th gateway. Krystianer, he now knows how aggressive his opponent is being, and he should respond with his own setup as well. Okay, so we're in an interesting position where Gerald has a lot of production available. He can be quite threatening with his army. Because he got scouted, Gerald could just expand. Yeah, he's taking a 3rd. So Gerald, he's just taking a 3rd base. And Krystianer, he may be feeling too afraid to expand, but he is not. He is going for it anyway. 3rd base for Gerald, and a 3rd base for Krystianer. Let's go. Now again, Gerald does have access to a larger army. Again, he has a lot of gateways available. And he's across the map. He denies the 3rd base. Better control here from Gerald. Or better map awareness is maybe a better way to put it. As he denies the 3rd, it contains his opponents. He has a lead when it comes to a 3rd base. He also has a lead when it comes to the army. Blink is done for both players. Gerald working on Immortals. Krystianer strictly behind. As Gerald, he's ahead in tech, ahead in army, and ahead in economy. Krystianer is playing catch-up. Is playing catch-up here, and we'll see if he can catch up as... oh my god, he's double expanding! This is a way to catch up. Okay, so again, as I just mentioned, Krystianer, he's behind in almost every aspect of this game. So how do we bounce back? Something you almost never see in this matchup. A 3rd and a 4th base at the same time. Crazy. Crazy move here from Krystianer, but you need to do something crazy to catch back up here in a mirror matchup, in a PvP especially. We'll see if he can get away with it. As Gerald, he's resting on his laurels. He knows that he did well, and if he wanted to, he could be active. He could be denying bases. Observer comes in. Observer does get eyes on the 4th. Gerald's moving out on the right-hand side as well. Ooh, and he gets eyes on the 3rd. He sees the double expand, and he needs to punish it. He gets eyes on the army location. Does see the setup here on the right-hand side. He needs to deny the left. But he gets spotted. Krystianer, he sees all with the observer. He rotates over. And it's too little too late. Gerald, he cannot punish this. Not anymore. We catch out the Stalker. So many bleed out. Oh my god. A massive catch there from Krystianer. Does cripple the Stalker count of Gerald. And again, he's gotten away with a double expansion. Crazy moves here from Krystianer. Gerald, he throws down a gateway explosion. 2 more gates, 6 gates in total. Going for a prism, going for Immortals. +1 is on the way. There's a lot of pressure on Gerald here to bounce back. A lot of pressure on Gerald to push. And we gotta go. We have to send it. Easier said than done. I will feed. Oh, Rowdy, feed me, Papi. I'll open up. Oh, I'll open wide for you. Dark Shrine on the way for Gerald. But again, there are plenty of observers down for Krystianer. And here we go, we're pushing with the Immortals. Gerald hitting with his upgrades as well. +1 is going to finish up in a couple of seconds. Gerald, he has the Immortal lead. He's up in Immortals, he's up in Stalkers, he's up in upgrades. +1 finishing up in 10 seconds. This is it. This is Gerald's moment. Krystianer, though, he has the Concave, he has the high ground, he has a shield battery and an overcharge. Is that enough? Force fields are thrown down. Ooh, the overcharge was premature. Premature overcharge here from Krystianer. A little bit trigger happy. It is wasted. Gerald rotating around. Working on glaives, getting a 4th base. Big shout out to Rowbags in the chat. Oh my god, thank you so much for the Switch Prime. But before we can get into that, Gerald, he does push in. Depowers the shield batteries, depowers the cannon. Good start. But again, big shout out to Rowbags resubscribing for 7 months with Twitch Prime. Gracias, papi, gracias. Hope you enjoy the emotes, hope you enjoy the content. Ga, papi, ga. And a big quack as well. As Gerald, he dives on the 3rd. Focuses down the Nexus. The army has arrived though. Krystianer not too late to respond. Saves the base, collapses on the army. Going for the Immortals, and he will focus them down. He gets 1. Does get 1 Immortal. And he will get the 2nd Immortal as well. Big overextension here by Gerald. That advantage that he once had isn't there anymore. He lost his Immortals. +1 is finished up for Krystianer, evening up the upgrades. And you can see Krystianer, he's hunting down those Stalkers. He's looking for them. And he will find them.
I'm here.
He will find the Stalkers. Blinking on forward, working on the surround. We have to recall. As we will bleed out a couple of Stalkers here. Yeah, the full surround from Gerald. Sorry, from Krystianer. Gerald's in a lot of trouble, working on a 5th base as well. He's crazy. 5th base on the way, but Krystianer, he has momentum on his side. He has a massive army lead. Big reinforcement wave on the way. And Krystianer is just a numbers game at this point. He has too much. He got away with the 4th base. He got away with the double expand. And he has run away with this. Collapsing on the army. Pushing on forward. Stutter stepping forward with the Stalkers with the Immortals. Overcharge is popped. We respect it. We respect the overcharge. We do back off. We do retreat. Oh my god. Bleeding out a little bit here in the retreat. Oh, the force fields. We trap the Zealots. And we're going ham. Good trade there from Gerald. At the same time, DTs, they do get across enough. They depower some of the production. This is still quite close. Gerald slowly catching back up in that army supply. Krystianer rotates around, gets highest on the 4th. Ooh, Stalkers are exposed. Ooh, a bit of miscontrol there out of Krystianer, bleeding out a lot of Stalkers. Unnecessarily. We dive on top of the prism. We deny any kind of reinforcements as well. Stalkers wasting some of their DPS. And the Zealots, they're getting into the mineral line. They're trying to, at least. As we collapse on the Immortals. Krystianer, he still has a massive supply lead. Collapse on the Immortals, shuts them down. He gets 1, he gets 2. And Krystianer, he still has too much as he annihilates that mineral line. 20 probes go down. We chase down that final Immortal, and it looks like Krystianer, he's done it. He came in from the upper bracket. He came in with a lead in this series. It was stripped away, but GG gets called, and Krystianer, he will be our Logic Games champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Krystianer. It was an insane run. It was a long tournament. 6 hours. We have reached the 5-hour and 50-minute mark. Essentially a 6-hour event. A long tournament here for all these players, and they put in the work. They put in so many hours. They fought hard. And a big shout out to both Gerald, Krystianer. Big shout out to all the players that made it far in this tournament. To Shameless, to Jumi, to Middle VK, Nicorect, Leah Rusher, Chuchilla as well. Chuchilla. Our top 8, they all walk away with some money. They all walk away with some prize pool. But the biggest of shoutouts here to Krystianer. Things are looking dire. Remember, he was down 2-1. He started with a 1-0 lead, And Gerald popped off with winning 2 games back to back. He was on match point. And Krystianer, he clawed his way back into it. He brought himself back in. Gerald misreading the situation a couple of times. Krystianer falling behind in this game. It looked like a sure thing. It looked like Gerald's game to take. And Krystianer, out of left field, what did he do to bounce back in this game? What did he do to win the ace match? He double expanded. He took his 3rd and his 4th at the same time, and he was not punished. Gerald tried. He tried and failed to punish the greed of Krystianer. He bounced back in the economy, snowballed out of control with the faster 4th base. GG, well played. Congratulations to Krystianer, as he is the Logic Games 1 champion. One of many, I'm sure. One of many. A big shout out to the organizers and to the sponsors of the event. The Logic Games, of course, organized and sponsored by Logic himself in the chat. Logic with a G, Logic ending with a capital C as well. Big shout out to Logic. He was popping by in the chat earlier. A big shout out to Hyper One, one of the main sponsors. A shout out to the Wonderful Events, another big sponsor for the event as well. And a shout out to OSC, as OSC have of course provided some points and some prize pool, some prize money to this event. Without them, this event would not be as large, would not be as beautiful as it is. And a shout out to the admins, Reality and Shiny. They allowed for this event to run smoothly as possible, updating the scores, being there to answer any questions that the players would have, and making sure that everything would run as smoothly as possible. Thank you so much here to the admins, to the sponsors, to the organizers, and to the people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a great time. Hope you had a great event. Again, there's no confirmation that there's going to be a Logic Games number 2 or number 3 or number 4. There's no confirmation, but I'm sure there will be in the future. I'm sure there will be another event in the coming weeks, months, years, maybe, potentially. Why not? It was great. It was a great tournament. Great time. GG. Well played. Well played. I am starving. I'm starving. I'm going to go get some food. We had a great time. I mentioned this earlier. If you are not satiated, if you want some more StarCraft in your life, then we're going to be live here in 10 hours. 10 hours time. We're going to be back with Sparkling Tuna Cup. The return of the Sparkling Tuna Cup. What the hell is the Sparkling Tuna Cup? That is our very own tournament. It is our own weekly open tournament. So stay tuned or be there for it. Set your alarms. Mark your calendars. 10 hours. We're back here. With the tuna, with the cup, with the sparkling. See you there. See you then. Meanwhile, stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Also, if you enjoyed the content, if you want more of it, ! Socials in the chat. You will get links to our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord. You can get linked to all things Cranky Duckling. We also have a Patreon if you want to support the Cranky Ducklings. Patreon or Twitch. Subscribe. And you will gain access to replay packs, you'll gain access to emotes as well, and to other lovely content. So we got you covered with the Patreon, with the subs. Support us if you wish. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We'll be back in 10 hours. I'm going to go eat, and I'm going to go bed. I am very worn out, but I hope you all enjoyed the tournament. Hope you all enjoyed the content. Shout out to our players. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time for some more StarCraft Cranky Duckling action. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao. Ga, papi, ga. See you next time. Bye.